Shared. Okay, here we go. Welcome everybody to the wrap up of our essential oil study for pain, digestion, and stress. Wow, it's been an amazing 2 weeks. I've really enjoyed our time together. So thank you for joining us live, and or hello if you're watching the recording later in the day. We have some fun shares and information for you. So yeah, we just really appreciate you being here. So we hope that you have enjoyed this process together and that you found it educational and helpful. And we've really appreciated hearing about your experiences during these 2 weeks. We have found it very insightful. And one thing is that we really took note that everybody's experiences varied. It was really actually cool to see that some people love the balance and some people love the lavender and some people were seeing more results with the deep blue and some were seeing more results with the aroma touch, and same with the digestion. So it really speaks to how we're all individual and how we all vary in our, in our responses to the essential oils. And so we've also had a few questions coming in about combining products. And that is really what we most typically recommend, actually. So if you are in the digestion study, we often recommend that you use a combined approach of using the Terrazyme. And we didn't talk about it in the study, but we have a product called PB Assist, which is an amazing probiotic. And that you use those on a daily basis. And then you bring in the Digestion for daily or targeted relief. That's how I use the products. I have my daily protocol that I use every day. And then I use Digestion as needed. So know that combining and layering and having a daily regimen is really how you're going to get the most out of these the beautiful offerings from doTERRA. And for those of you that are in the pain,
Aisha, can I add on that for a sec?
please.
And so it just gets to be this fun continuing education of learning a little bit more about the oils. And so, like, let's say for the digestion issues, this is where we start with Terrazyme, a great digestive enzyme, probiotic, and Digestion. But let's say you have some like cutting kind of intense crampy pain in your stomach. There's some other oils that are actually really specific and good for that kind of pain, wherever it is in your body, and even if it's in your stomach. So you could grab Digestion and it'll probably work really well. But I'm just going to name out some other ones, right? What's in Aroma Touch? Remember how I talked about how it's great for cramping pain, like in your muscles? The basil and marjoram and lavender in there, also really good for like cramping pain in your stomach and abdomen, or for menstrual pains. There's another oil that we use all around called neroli for hormone balance and a lot of other things. It smells beautiful, but it's also particularly really good for that kind of crampy pain in your stomach too. So just know that there are many more choices, and it doesn't have to be confusing. You can just use your Digestion and that works. That does the job almost 90% of the time. But it can kind of be like, I think of it as a palette, right? A painter's palette, and you have your different, and you can choose and you can get creative, and you can go for different scents, and sometimes different oils that have very different scents can achieve the same relief and action.
Absolutely. So I was just sitting here. We wanted to read just a couple of your testimonials.
Yeah.
And Valerie, last night when I was pulling these, I actually did not realize that I pulled 2 testimonials from you.
Oh, it's from the same person.
So I just am looking at it now, and I meant to pull different people's testimonials, but I was so moved by Valerie's that I actually did not realize that I did this until this moment. So I'm going to read you Valerie Lawrence's testimonials. Okay, guys, this is really cool. I have all over pain. Therefore, in order to participate in the study, I had to choose where to use the Deep Blue and Aroma Touch, so I could get through the 5 and 5 with the materials at hand. I chose my left knee and ankle, aka my worst knee and ankle. Today, the title moves to my right leg. My left leg feels better. There is still pain, but not in your face pain. I cannot tell you how much better it feels as to have one part of my body that I am not constantly aware if the pain in. Yes. So I'm so happy to hear that. And then the second one was, I have been dealing with chronic pain for the past 6 to 7 years. Weight gain, depression, and the daily grind of moving have taken so much of my energy. I have found myself retreating into the solitude of my home. Using Deep Blue and Aroma Touch has given me a spark of hope Western medicine has not been able to. I am excited to work with Carly and doTERRA to further my recuperation. Thanks, you guys. Your webinars were easy to follow and full of good information. So
how wonderful. Thank you.
Seriously, it's hard for me not to start crying, because going through and reading everybody's testimonials and shares, this is a big reason why I'm here and why Josie and I are dedicated to educating people about the essential oils, is to make this kind of difference. And Valerie, I really believe this is just the beginning for you. You're just scratching the surface and getting a protocol in order, and getting going with these will really continue to change your life. Josie, why don't you go ahead and read these testimonials?
All right. Oh, that's so amazing. So here we have one from Shelby. She says, I've been struggling with OCD symptoms for the majority of my life. With using lavender this week, I've noticed my symptoms have decreased, and I've been able to leave the house a few times, not doing the checks and having little anxiety. This is huge. This is a huge step for me. Thank you all for allowing me to be part of this. And especially thank you, Kelly Stambach. Wow. For people who have to do the checks, and it can really impact their life a lot with OCD. And so that is incredible. Thank you for Shelby for sharing. And this is Monica saying, best day yet. My digestion felt great upon waking and has held throughout the day. And I forgot to take my pills at lunch even. I feel like it's been getting better and better as the day progresses. So thank you, Monica, as well. That's it. That's awesome.
Yeah. And if you're in the study, take some time to read through the testimonials, the people that are in the other studies. It's really moving, and I really appreciate it. And the group can remain active, so you can continue to share, in time. We would love to hear from you. We would really appreciate that. It's also really great information for us, just to see the varied uses, and I'm really excited to see the final results that we'll have Stephanie announce this weekend. So I would like to take just a few minutes to share a little bit more about my own personal story. Today I really wake up just about every day with an immense amount of gratitude for my life, for my family, for my friends, and most of all for my health, because my life has not always felt so blessed. In 2006, my health took a really intense dive, and I started suffering from a multitude of health issues. Just to list a few, I had chronic pain in my shoulder, like debilitating pain. I was really depressed, and I was experiencing high amounts of anxiety. I had also insomnia for over 3 years, which was horrible. I think that was maybe the worst part, was the insomnia. And I also had really bad brain fog and really debilitating fatigue. And this really just kind of sums up a couple of my symptoms. And all of this, as you can imagine, was really impacting my life on every single level. So in the summer of 2010, I had to have an emergency surgery on my right ovary. I had to have a cyst removed, and I came out of that surgery with a DVT. So I had a blood clot in my left calf, and my doctor, I'll never forget her telling me that I was being rushed to the emergency room and that I could die. And, that was a really surreal experience. So long story short, this all led to a Lyme disease diagnosis. And so I finally had an answer to why everything in my life and my health was really plummeting. But I also knew that I had a really long road ahead of me. And it was right around this time that I was introduced to the doTERRA essential oils. Now, I knew really nothing about essential oils when they were introduced to me, but I was definitely intrigued about them. In fact, I have to share that in the beginning, I was completely freaked out about ingesting them and putting them under my tongue. I would just use them aromatically and topically. But finally, a year later, I started using them internally. And wow, that was my life-changing moment because I actually started to sleep. Now, of course, if you have insomnia or if you have sleeping issues, it is everything. Like, to get a night's sleep is everything. And of course, I thought it was a fluke. I thought, okay, I wasn't taking over-the-counter pharmaceuticals, but I was taking a lot of sleep support and really nothing was really working. So I really thought that it was a fluke, but it actually wasn't. And as I began to use more oils, my sleeping improved, my energy began to improve, my brain fog began to get better. And then I really started researching more about essential oils, and I just had this knowing that I wanted to use these for my treatment. So I went to my doctor. I was at the doctor on a very regular basis, had a really great doctor. And I took the oils in there and I said, I want to use these. I want to use them as antibiotics. And I feel like nothing, I haven't felt anything shift me in my health. With everything I'm taking, I was taking over 40 supplements a day, like I have with these oils. So we adjusted our protocol together, and he shared with me what, supplements and herbs to take, and we adjusted that. And over time, I just continued to experience more improvements. And a year later, I went into remission, which was several years earlier than my doctor predicted, actually. And this was almost 6 years ago. And I know without a doubt that the essential oils were the main contributing factor to my healing of my mind, of my emotional body, of my physical body, and also to my spirit. This is how deeply, sorry, I wasn't expecting this, but how deeply my life has been changed by these essential oils. And it's really what drives my passion to share them with all of you, because I know the difference these oils can make. So I was compelled to share this with you because healing is a process, and it's a personal journey, and it's a discovery and a transformation, but it can also be lonely, and it can be isolating, and it can be scary, and not to mention it can also be really expensive. I was broke, and pretty much every dime I made went to my healthcare. And after reading a lot of your shares on the Facebook group, I want you all to know that I've been there, especially for you that are really suffering from chronic issues. I really get it, or at least I've had similar experiences. And the reason I wanted to share my story with you is that I offer that it can give you some hope of what is possible. And of course, I realize that it's not just one cure-all. The oils aren't just one amazing cure-all, but healing is a multi-approach, especially if you're dealing with anything chronically. But I can say without a doubt that the essential oils were the key. They were the key to my healing. And it was when I started using them that everything began to change. And I am so grateful to doTERRA because now I am healthier than I have ever been in my adult life. And I actually just continue to get healthier with the ongoing use of my oils. So we imagine that you're here because you're looking for solutions. And I want to encourage you, whether you saw immediate results or not, because I know some of you didn't. And I want you to know that that's okay. And that I really want to encourage you to work with the person that invited you to the study, to work on a protocol and to give it some time. And I feel really confident in saying that if you continue with this and you stay consistent, that you will see results. And sometimes you'll see results for things that you weren't even working on. So I just wanted to share that although this is the wrap up of our study, this does not need to be also the end of our time together. We are a community dedicated. This is Josie and I, this is our life. This is what we do. We teach, we share, we educate, we support our community of essential oil users. And we want you to join us. Our study, our 2 weeks together does not need to end here. So we just want you to know that. And we hope that you'll keep going with us. So thank you for letting me share my story. That means a lot, and I have to get my emotions together here. But I'm going to pass it over to Josie now, and she's going to share with us kind of some places to get started and just a nice overview of where you can begin.
Thanks, Aisha. It is a powerful story, your story. And I came into working with doTERRA as a result of my lifelong friendship with Aisha and watching her go through her journey with Lyme and coming up to that diagnosis, and then working with one of the best Lyme literate doctors who teaches continuing education to all of us doctors about Lyme, and watching her in that process not get better. And then when she introduced the oils and started working with them in her protocol and her regime, started to get significantly better. And I have one of her best friends watching this, and I started to go, wait a minute. And so that's how I really got started as well. So my passion is really teaching about comprehensive yet easy and fun wellness. And when I say wellness, I mean I have a whole course and a teaching that I like to call daily wellness. And so, the study, we really want to reach out and see people's different experiences from the different oils, and to people who've never tried essential oils to see how they respond with them. But you've heard us say this before, really these initial starting place oils are the tip of the iceberg. And when you think about these categories like digestion or stress and anxiety, pain, these are not simple categories of issues. And so and what we're blown away with is how profoundly the results are from a single oil people are having. So that's incredible. But as a naturopath, I do tend to look at things a little more complexly and see that, sometimes then you peel back from that initial response, and there is a lot of layers that go into your mood and things like stress, anxiety, and mood issues. Digestion. We know that digestion is not just here in the stomach. It's so connected to our emotions. Both of these things are so connected to our immune system, our pain response, why and how we deal with pain, and we're feeling pain. And so with our mood and our immune and our emotional body, all these things work together. So my passion is teaching really about these simple daily health habits that help support all of these things for people and create a really easy and fun and beautiful protocol. Like, I use the word protocol because I'm a doctor. I think protocols are awesome. Some people are like, wait, but really it's daily health habits that are supporting you in your immune system, for your whole stress response and your mood, your neurotransmitters, your brain health, for your whole body digestion, because as we are digesting better, we're absorbing better, and then all of the rest of us is receiving the nutrition that we need to work correctly, detoxify correctly. So here is Dr. David Hill is the Chief Medical Officer with doTERRA, and he has devised these daily health habits. And I completely agree with them. Yay! So look at that. We are all in agreement. And this is a beautiful way to start supporting yourself in that comprehensive way. So we've talked about in the last webinar I did about the LLV and how the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's a whole food multivitamin and mineral, a whole omega complex, and a antioxidant complex. how when you use this on a daily basis, it is truly supporting you to fortify and nourish your cells at that foundational level. So we start off with that, working, it's really nutritional food in a supplemental form. So starting with the LLV daily, and then continuing to support our digestion with the digestive enzyme, Terrazyme, and the probiotic PB Assist. So doing that daily and committing to those. And then working with, we talked about lemon in the water, and it can be any citrus oil. The citrus oils are pretty interchangeably in terms of medicinal use in this way and how they support our liver. And then our liver supports all of our body to detoxify and run more smoothly. So adding that in as a daily health habit, as well as On Guard. So this is On Guard is the oil that we use for immune health, for just general supporting and increasing our immune system. So I like to take a drop of it every day in my mouth after I brush my teeth, and or using it topically on the bottoms of the feet before I enter out into the world. And so that's helping to support on another level the immune system. And then two more things we use in these daily health habits: frankincense, which is our bar none favorite oil, using it internally to help with inflammation on a cellular level and brain health. So that overall anti-inflammatory and helping to support our healthy brain. And then something like balance. So there's balance, but there's also lavender. And then we've talked when we did some out on the page about our emotional aromatherapy blends. This is the fun part of doTERRA, really diving into all of the oils that can help support us and our nervous system and our stress response in a daily way, and using different ones depending on what mood we're in. But using balance as that baseline daily, whether you use it in the diffuser, you're doing it like we've been doing in the study, breathing it in through the day, keeping it in your car, if you're having a little bit of road rage, right? Supporting ourselves in those ways through the day for our emotional body. And that's what it can really look like, very simply and easily, to be using the oils and all the products that doTERRA has to offer to support us for overall health. So I want to invite everyone in the study to, when you're talking with the person who invited you, this is the thing in more detail and explaining and customizing it to you, because there's different oils you could swap in or out. This is kind of a general idea of what a whole wellness protocol would look like, but customizing it specifically with you in a wellness consultation with them. And so that's what everyone, when they start with doTERRA and start with their own individualized account, they receive that. They have a personalized, customized wellness consultation and really get off to a start with the protocol that's going to work best for them. All right. So again, I think it's pretty clear that in these last 2 weeks that we've just scratched the surface of what essential oils have to offer. And we haven't had time to go individually into anyone's deep, those deeper root causes. And that's for you guys to be working on with your wellness advocate, the person who's going to be working specifically with you and help you to learn to customize a protocol that'll work exactly right for you. Our intention has been to plant these seeds for you to start to see how effective essential oils really are in our lives. And that I know I just saw on the chat feed, I'm going to go here. Oh, Sally talking about how she, Deep Blue worked on her arthritis areas, so her neck, her low back, hips, and then but then she had places that she used AromaTouch, like her headache. Like the AromaTouch didn't work as well for her, and she used that for her headache and temples, and it worked really well. And so that's what you start to see. Everyone's different, and you start to have your own palette of how you use the oils and which one works best for you in which way. And in the mood and support category, That's so true. There's such a wide range of the emotional aromatherapy blends that are really, really fun to start delving into and learning. But, we have our go-tos like balance and lavender. So we just want to let you know that this has been the tip of the iceberg. We're so excited for you to, get creative and start learning a little bit more. And we'd be remiss without telling you the very best way to further explore doTERRA and join our community with our ongoing education support. So I want to hand that over to Aisha.
Thank you, Jose. And yes, we would be remiss if we didn't share with you the very best way to get your oils. And there are 3 ways to do so. So the first way is retail. However, we say friends don't let friends buy retail, and you would only do so if you were going to get one oil at a high-end spa or your doctor's office. It's just really not the way to get essential oils. So please don't go online and just buy them retail. It is really not the way to do it. The second way is to purchase them wholesale. So this is going to be like having a Costco card. You pay a $35 fee, you get 25% off all of your purchases. Super simple. Now the third way, the way that Josie and I get our essential oils, the very best way to get your oils is below wholesale. Super simple, and just simply talk to the person that invited you and let them know that you want the below wholesale pricing. Okay, so we also highly recommend getting started with a kit. You'll receive additional savings, and you'll also get the very best items to really cover your family's health needs. And we also have a range of intro kits and also a range in price points to meet your individual budgetary needs. Okay, so just know we have a lot more to choose from than what we're just showing you on the screen. We're just pointing out a couple of our favorites. And so please talk to the person that invited you to the study to review what best meets your needs, and they'll show you how to get the below wholesale pricing. And then you can also co-create your customized health plan that will continue to support your needs. And you can certainly continue to ask questions on the Facebook page. We are here to support you with all of that. So one of our favorite kits is the Natural Solutions Kit. This is a mid-range kit, and it really covers all the products that you experienced in the study. And what's super exciting is that if you purchase this kit today, you'll receive 200 product points, which is basically getting $200 of free oils. Okay, so this is an awesome deal for you. And then on any of the other kits that we have to offer, you can get $100 of free oils. So again, super awesome deal. And there is a code on the bottom of the screen. I will also post this code on the website, on our Facebook page, because you'll need to enter that code to get this awesome deal. Okay, and there's more. I don't actually think that we didn't actually plan this. I want you to know that, that we have a week of BOGOs happening in doTERRA. And today,
let's define that. I certainly did not know what BOGO meant before I worked with doTERRA. So it means when you buy something, when you buy one, B-O, you get one, G-O, free. That's what it means. Someone had to teach me that.
So we have 2 left. We have one happening today. We have one happening tomorrow. We don't know what they are until midnight. So today's just, I think, auspiciously happens to be Deep Blue. Now, whether you were in the pain study or not, everybody needs Deep Blue in their home. It is our #1 go-to for anything pain and inflammation, headaches, neck aches, back aches, working on the computer too long, working out and getting after workout soreness. You can get a bottle of the rub for free when you purchase the 5 ml bottle, which is just the pure oil. So you get and it's great to have them both. And so again, this is only good today. I highly recommend taking advantage of this offer, and then you can get this set up when you set up your wholesale account. So go ahead and again, just talk to the person that invited you. They'll walk you through this. Okay.
So Aisha, right? If they're going to enroll with a wholesale account, they can tack that on to their order, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and the person will help them. And I think is that what it said? You're allowed to have 5. So you could order up to 5 and get 5 of the free rubs.
Yeah. Personally, I'm ordering all 5. That way you're stocked up, for the next several months into the year. So really great to do that. And we really love you, and we want to really make this worth your while. So we're adding yet one more amazing deal. If you enroll today and then you comment in the Facebook group that you've joined us, and you can enroll with any of these deals, that we're going to enter you into a raffle to win a free lifelong vitality pack. And I will personally send that to the winner. So
wow.
We'll use this winner tomorrow. So you have all day to get this done. And I will look forward to sending this to one of you. Okay. So that's just an extra special deal for you. So to wrap this up, please today connect with the person who invited you to customize your wellness plan and to get yourself going. I just recommend with all the amazing offers today to take advantage of that. And then super, super important to complete your exit survey on Saturday by midnight. And we will also post the link for that, so it's super easy for you to find. And then Stephanie is going to announce the results sometime on Sunday. So we're really excited to see how the results turn out. And then she will also be writing her article. That won't be done on Sunday, but we'll also post that in the page. So keep a lookout for that as she finishes that. And then also, we would love to hear more of your testimonials. And if you take the time to share that with us, we have a testimonial thread on the Facebook page. You'll see a big meme that says testimonials. Everybody who shares through the weekend will enter to win a bottle of Serenity gel caps, which are our go-to for sleep. And then also, just by participating on the Facebook page with your comments and your shares, we will also pick 3 more winners, 3 more random winners for some more prizes. So that is just our way of saying thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. We've really appreciated just everything that all of you have brought and shared, and it's been a joy. I've just really, really enjoyed this process. And then just the very last thing to share with you is that when you join our essential oil community, we have a library of education. We have Facebook pages that are focused towards supporting you with the best way to use your essential oils. We have live events. We had one yesterday. Josie and I did a live webinar. So whether you're in Portland or not, we offer monthly education. And I think you know by now, we're really passionate about what we do, but we're really mostly passionate about educating and supporting everybody as they need in their own healing journey. And so we do hope that you join us. We would love to have you join us in our community, and we'd love to continue to get to know you and to see you and to hear about what's going on for you. So anything else, Jose, that you'd like to add in?
No, just saying the same. Just we love doing this, and thank you so much, everyone, for all of your amazing participation, all of the testimonials so far. And it's like one of my favorite movies, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. It's all of it. There's no good or bad testimonial, right? It's learning what works best. If one thing isn't working, then there's something else, and how to adjust it. So just thank you, everyone. And yeah, we love our community. We have a lot of fun, and we learn a lot with each other. And we hope that you join us and grow with us.
Awesome. And there's a question from Cynthia I'm going to answer. If you have already enrolled, then congratulations. So if you've enrolled anytime during the study yes, you can enter to win the LLV, and then that
Wow.
offer will end tonight. So yes, you can just comment on that thread. I'll post it once this recording's over, where to comment, and you can absolutely enter to win that. So absolutely. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Hey, I just wanted to do a shout out. We are going to be posting shortly in the next hour or so some, right, on the please do continue to check the group, because when you meet with your people to go over a customized plan for yourself, we're posting some wonderful, they're called memes, right? But lists of oils in each category that we suggest. So oil and product suggestions for digestion, for pain and anxiety, and for sleep, that are kind of like wish lists of, here's all the things you might want to investigate that we find applicable and helpful in these categories that you could kind of start working with.
Yeah.
So we'll be having those and other things posting on the page throughout the day.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the recording, but we'll stay on the line for a few more minutes and make sure that we've answered all the questions. Unless, do you guys want me to keep the recording for the questions? What do you say? I know sometimes you guys like, hold on, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stop my share. So let's say this, I will keep the recording going, but if you want to hop off at this point, you certainly can, but we'll stay on for a few more moments for Q&A. How does that sound? So let's just go through really quick. If you have a question, type it either on Facebook or in the Q&A section. And then Jose, why don't you look on the Zoom Q&A session, and I'll look on the Facebook real quick. And then there's it looks like there's maybe a testimonial from Sally. If you want to read that, that might be a nice thing.
Oh, I kind of did when I talked about it in the slide. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not seeing any questions in the Q&A or the chat.
Okay, let me see. Anything on Facebook? No?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think we
awesome.
said it all.
Okay, great. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll keep the conversation going on Facebook, and we hope to connect with all of you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.